believe everything you hear on the news? Do you trust that journalism is truly unbiased? I used to, until recently. Let me give you some information on what will be going on in the courts in June next month.
One man was arrested today after a standoff in Burlington. A heavy Halton police presence surrounded the townhomes on Hazelton Boulevard in the typically quiet neighborhood of Brant Hills. Police say they cannot reveal the reason for the arrest due to an ongoing investigation. The man was taken from the scene by an ambulance.
Absolutely.
I know that there was a criminal aspect to it. There was no weapons on site. When we made entry into the residence, they're the professionals. They do that on a regular basis instead of sending a uniform officer, and that doesn't have as much experience.
Police say the man was alone in the residence and the tactical officers were at the scene for his safety and theirs. They could not confirm who called the police or whether the incident was related to mental health. The man's name, age, and place of residence have not been revealed.
William Ray, this is the Halton Police Tactical Rescue Unit. You are under arrest. Come to the front door with nothing in your hands. Do it now.
Now, what is this officer doing covering up the security camera? Security cameras are legal and are there to protect all of us, themselves, ourselves. Why did he do that?
William Ray, this is the Halton Police Tactical Rescue Unit. You are under arrest. Come to the front door with nothing in your hands. Do it now. If you follow our instructions, you will not be harmed. Hey, boys, please call out something nothing heard.
Currently, what I can tell you is for over 5 years, William has been getting charged and harassed by the compliant from the complainant officer, Jordan Pahar. He was charged 7 times and put in jail with no warrant 3 times. He was also charged for harassment for complaining about the officers in illegal activities. So can you imagine you can be charged for complaining, for trying to bring it up that these officers are in illegal activities, which he is planning to show without reasonable doubt in court. All of the charges over the last 5 years are to cover up Halton Regional Police selling his truck, which was intended for his son's 16th birthday present. I was also, informed that he was put into jail now 3 separate occasions without a warrant and held for a period of about 3 months. It costed him his job, and when his truck was seized, he was charged for, before they seized the truck, he was actually charged with possession of a stolen vehicle. And it was sold at an auction by the Halton Regional Police. So the Halton Regional Police actually made profit off of selling his truck with the illegal seizure without a trial. He was denied his right to a trial for his truck after proving that the Halton police it was not stolen. This officer, Jordan Pahar, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, he traveled to Alberta to stay at the home of William's children and their mom with several other police officers. He testified, this officer, in family court with fake medical information so that he could take or seize custody of his children. The College of Physicians and Surgeons actually ruled that that was fake information. And the city is actually being investigated for their part in distributing fake medical information with the intention to humiliate William. Now, William's rights to protection under the law were disregarded because Officer Jordan Pahar had an intimate relationship with the mother of William's children in Alberta. After charging him for the stolen truck, William was humiliated at work. In family court, with all that fake medical information that officer gave. Now, all of this has been done because this officer, Jordan Pahar, was protected by Chief Tanner, the police chief, Chief Tanner. His children were kept out of school for months during this time, which destroyed his oldest son's high school education because the oldest son was getting straight A's before Officer Jordan Pahar put him under protective custody in Alberta. Due to the police harassment, he ended up barely passing high school. This was a direct result of Jordan Pahar spreading fake medical health information to his ex and keeping his sons blocked from their father to show he was not in Alberta and having a relationship with her. Anyways, there is more, and there is more revealing information that will be shocking, honestly. When I had in one of my videos reported that if you go in glass stores and you look under information that's reported by, police under anonymous reports, you will see, but there is even one that calls them a cartel. From our experience, Wayne and myself, which I do have an update on that, and how it's all covered up, police corruption, you'll see that there is a lot more going on. They are not, who they seem to be. And organizations that work with them, many of them are in on the corruption. William, also known as Bill, will be using information based on RCMP documents. I'll update with further information so we can support Bill in his fight for justice. As well, because it's not about one having justice. This is a reflection of how those involved and that are supposed to be protecting us are actually working against us. The smile you see that they place on and the, weekend festivals for the public is fake. I, as well as my partner, as you know, if you've watched my other videos, have experienced it, a setup with perjury, faking of evidence that the Halton Regional Police have done in cooperation with the Oakville Hospital, which is collaborating with the Halton Regional Police, to cover the setup of deception. And I'll be proving it because the Oakville Hospital is also trying to, silence me. And previously, when I raised it, because the Halton Regional Police fabricated a fake story claiming I was suicidal, homicidal, and that I said that Wayne attacked me when I did tape a video. I was never suicidal or homicidal, and I didn't say Wayne bashed my head in the windshield or choked me as they claimed, because I have the video. But they had to use that in order to claim a mental health act on me, where what I have is anxiety and depression. Now, the Oakville Memorial Hospital, they have been trying to cover it up since last year, ignoring me when I asked which doctor claimed I was, borderline personality. They haven't been able to give that information at all, though they have addressed for my part, because this one is my part and not Wayne's part. They haven't addressed that at all, just claiming they have evidence, medical reports. Really, why haven't you still said who's made this claim? There's also the nursing staff, who is actually very violent to me, hostile to me, claims that I told them that I'm a substance and alcohol abuser, when I could prove to them I don't like alcohol and I don't take any substances. They also claimed that I was living on the road in my vehicle for a month, and I can't feed myself, where on my video I clearly said we came down from Saskatchewan to pick up a truck I purchased. There is a lot of corruption, and it is important that we all fight it together to stop corruption here. Bill and I have asked MadLab Press, and I will give you a link in the description to MadLab's Press channel, who is an ex-police officer, to help exposing the truths behind the Ontario Police Force. It seems to me that MadLab Press is an honest guy, so the compatibility with him and the police organization isn't there. But we are thankful for, YouTubers like MadLab Press, who, expose the truth. Now, I'm going to leave you here just a preview of MadLab's Press video with the Hamilton police here assaulting a young man on his dad's bike because they believe it didn't have a license plate. There is an assumption with bike riders. I've had many sports bikes. Wayne has had many sports bikes, including Ducatis. And you know what? Not every biker fits the stereotype that we're lawbreakers. That's an assumption. In fact, I myself, I was in welding, and I spent an entire day in class, and my leg cramped, and I ended up with my cramped leg crashing into, well, not really crashing, but it did lean and scraped someone's SUV in Dorm's college parking lot, and I attempted to get the security to help me find the owner, the dean to find the owner, and they wouldn't help me. I waited throughout the evening, but this person didn't show up, and they said that not everybody has a pass, so they can't connect everybody's car. So I left a letter. Person days after called me, thanked me, really surprised at my honesty. When I went to the Whitby police reporting station, I actually got applauded by the police taking the report there, because he said what I've done, he says, people don't do that, report it, stick around, report it, and report themselves. So, but yet I am also the Halton Regional Police, and and Oakville Memorial, they're trying to make me look like a very bad person, a homeless person. But anyways, let me leave you with a sample of MadLab Press. I will leave you a link to his channel. Please, if you can, subscribe to me so it'll help support my fight against the Halton Regional Police and Oakville Hospital. And also, go to the link, follow MadLab Press, because there's quite a few people who are fighting to have all of us have justice and to make police and those organizations that are attached to them responsible.
Put some butt cream in your butt.
Hamilton, a gritty port city, filled with factories with an industrial landscape. The police here aren't well liked at all, and I've heard some tall tales of the way the Hamilton police treat people. It's a mixed bag of newcomers and old-timers in this city. When I first saw this video we will be watching, I thought it occurred in the US of A, and I was shocked that it actually happened in Hamilton. This video struck a nerve with me, and I want everyone to watch it carefully and listen to what this tyrant cop says to the guy he just attacked. And if it wasn't filmed, you would have a hard time believing it. We all dislike motorcycle riders that cut through traffic, that lane split, that speed. I do also. But what I don't agree with is when a police officer abuses his power like this scumbag did.